Hi, this is Tom with TJG Contractor Services. We're doing a unique finish in the bathroom wall here. This is a four-step system, kind of cutting edge. It's faux. It's like a wallpaper. What we use is tissue instead of wallpaper, paint instead of the wallpaper paste. We use our paint as a base, put the tissue on it. Depending upon how it is crinkled, will give you the texture. Once it dries the following day, we're going to use a metallic glaze. We're going to thin it out and we're going to put it over this. That'll be the next step. That'll dry. And then we're going to go with our darker brown. So we're going to have the light antique white with a pearl. And then we're going to have a brown over it. But what we do is we have these sheets here, and I just laid one here, and I have a wet roller. I'm going very slow because I don't want the roller to pick the tissue up. And right here I see a little dry area, so I'm going slow so the paint goes on it. Blending it. There's really no right or wrong way to do it as long as you get a look that you like. I make different size rips with the tissue. The sizes I use, I have here. Next time I do this, I take the edges and I uncurl the ends. Get the side, and I'm going to uncurl it. And then this one will go right here. So let's do this. Okay, let's adjust the camera. Zoom in a little bit. Here we go. So we're using the paint as our wallpaper or tissue paste. There's already some on here. I'm going to go slow over the tissue. We're going to wrap it around the side. There's tissue over here, so I'm going slow. I'm going to use my brush, get along the edge here, and I overlap the edge. As I overlap each tissue, there we go. Let's go a little higher, get above this molding. Alright, see, I'm staggering. I'm going to put a full sheet here. Let's see how far it goes. I don't want to pull it apart. I'm going to actually crunch it. I have my little step here. So here we go. I'm going to take this, unhook the edge, and the bottom I randomly ripped. I'm going to rip the top a little bit also, so it's not straight across like I did at first. There we go. Alright, so now we're going to just lay it on. Just like that. Wrap it around the corner, and we have it up top. Now I have a dry brush. It's important to have a dry brush and a dry roller. I'm just lightly going to go up and down with it, because that's how I have my texture in the wrinkles. There we go. There's a big gap. There's a big piece of tissue there, so I'm going to have to get some paint on that to be able to lay that down. Nice and easy. I'm hardly pressing on it. It's going up like that. Nice and slow. If I go too fast, I'll rip the tissue. Now we come around the corner. I don't want to stretch it, because I want to keep the same texture, the nice wrinkle look. Now mind you, we're still going to have two more coats. We're going to have a pearl, and then we're going to have a dark color. Okay, I have a flap here, and what I do is I'm just going to go lightly over that. Now I have my roller with the paint. I'm not putting any in it, but I want to make sure I continually roll it in the tray. This is where I'm going to go slow. I'm going to go in the middle and go up. Nice and easy. Nice and slow. I don't want to lift it. I want to get it saturated. Sometimes it'll lift and I'll use the dry brush. I'm going to go down. I see the edge a little more than I like, so I'll use my dry brush. Well, let's see if I can get this to lay down. I'm going to do it twice because I want paint. And I want that tissue to absorb it without tearing or lifting. Excellent. Now we're going to come on this side and we're going to go up. Nice and easy. You have to have patience to do this, I guess, or enjoy it. There we go. I'm going to just tap that with the brush. Tap, tap, tap. Here we go. We're going to tap that down. Tap that down. Tap. Now we're going to get this edge and tap it down so it blends in. There we go. Tap. The top I have staggered and the bottom I'm staggering. So when I'm ripping the top and the bottom, it's staggering. Blending in. Okay. If you're in a rush, this isn't what you want to do. Now if we go and get a different angle, you can see how the texture is. Look at that. Look how it comes out. See, you can tell where I didn't put my tissue compared to where I have it. Tissue. See the nice look? And we go up. And there's a spot that I'm going to put a tissue in. So right now we're going to, if you see the difference now, let's pan back. That's the spot we're going to work on. Let's fill that in and let's see how it works. Okay, here we go. Now I'm going to take a look and see the size and rip a piece to fit. It's almost a full, I'll go with the full one. What I'm going to do on the bottom is I'm going to rip so this is not even. That way it'll have less likely to blend in. See, the bottom is staggered. I'll make sure it's still wide enough too. I'm going to go like that. And it'll be up higher than the rest. The top I'm going to take a little out. There we go. Okay, get my stool over here. You see it's lifting a little bit. We'll get that down. We're going to work on this right now. So what I'm going to do is I want to make sure that that's wet. If it's not wet, then you're in trouble. So let's put some paint on this. Nice and even, nice and easy. Nice and easy. There we go. Let's go up. Now here we go. Let's slow because it's thick. A lot of tissue over that area. I don't want to lift it. Again, if you're in a hurry, don't pick this method. That's not what this is all about. We've got a nice high-end home. We're updating it. Someone's going to buy this home. And they're going to buy it because the updates are already finished. Here we go. I'm just going to tap it down. Make sure there's no folds. There you go. Okay, I like the texture. Make sure there's no folds. Undo the corner. Here we go. Right on. Okay, now I have my brush. There we go. Let's come down with it. There we go. See how it's blending? Get those air holes out. There we go. Starting to blend. I'll put some paint on that in a bit. Here we go. Let's get these air holes out. There we go. Not too fast. I don't want to tear the tissue. I just want it pressed. There we go. Nice and easy. Now that it's on flush, there we go. Now we're going to move and we're going to move on. Let that dry a second. I don't want to get a run because of the paint. Make sure you wear paint pants. You want to keep this brush dry. I'll wipe it on my legs sometimes. Okay, now we're going to go up and keep moving. There we go. Unique. Very unique. Okay, now we're going to go with what I'm going to do is I like to stagger these. Okay, I blended pretty good. Once I go with some more, but let's go up here. I'll show you what I'm going to do here. Let's make sure my drop cloths are covering everything. It's important. Here, I'm just going to go like this and run with them over that, like that. Okay. So on the bottom, we're going to stagger it a little bit. I have to remember it's low, so I'm going to keep this a little high. There we go. Take a couple pieces out. There. Crinkle it. All right, get some paint on the roller. There we go. It's warm in here. I should turn the heat down. I just put a rag in the heating duct. Okay, this is going to overlap, so let's put some paint here. There's different colors you can use, whatever color you like. Use. Being it's a smaller bathroom here, it has the dark granite already in there. We're going to go with the lighter base and a little bit with the brown. Here we go. Now we're putting this tissue up. And we're going to start it here. Just like this. I'm going to go in the corner. Make sure it's not tucked. Putting this like this. I'm going to rip around this molding. There we go. There, now let's make sure we keep our same type of texture. There we go. Tap it, tap. Nice. Okay, now we have the air holes we're going to get out of. Nice. I like that. Okay, let's keep moving. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to go and just put a smaller piece there, because I want to stagger this. Look. I want to stagger this. So we're going to go with a little bit of paint. There we go. Okay, I'll get my dry brush. get these air holes out. Lay this. Nice. Now, depending upon how you wrinkle your tissue, will create the look. There we go. Okay. Now, go with the smaller piece here. Just pull up. There we go. We're going to stagger this somewhat. Do a fresh cut and a nice little rip here. There we go. I'm going to just crimp it and put this up. There we go. Overlapping. Hey Johnny! I didn't like that. I think a squirrel. I don't know if it was outside or... Just heard a squirrel.
Come here.
What do you mean come here? I'm busy. Not going there.
When you get a second.
Okay. It's okay.
Huh?
You're alright.
What is?
Okay. Here we
What's
go.
okay?
Now I use my brush
Huh?
and I'll come down. Blend it right in. Nice. I didn't put enough paint. I didn't put any paint. I just ripped the tissue. You gotta be careful. Oh, I heard some squirrels. I didn't know if they were coming inside. I don't see really a way they can get in though.
I want you to see something out there.
Okay, let me get this probably right out there. Let me just put this on.
It's not going down.
It will. I did the same thing on the other one. With the brush,
The roller's pulling it
blends
up.
right in. Okay, let's bring this up. What happened on that, I didn't put paint underneath.
The roller's pulling it up though.
It always does. All I'm doing is saturating. Then you take
gotta
your
get
dry
that out.
brush and go like this.
Oh, yeah.
We're taping right now also. So then, since I laid this one, I'm going to come down and just apply, nice and slow. No, I just heard the squirrel. It was probably in the gutter. I'll walk around the house, but it's not nothing I've heard on a regular. It's the first time in the hours that we've been in the bedroom.
You would hear him. If he was in the attic or in the walls, you'd hear it.
Regularly, right?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Go down here. We're good. Let's go up with this to blend it. There we go. Okay.
You just pull up the whole bottom edge down there, you see it?
Yeah, I know. That's why you come down like this when you get to the edge. You go in a down motion. Get it saturated with paint. And then you put the roller down and tap it and it'll blend right in. Which should anyways, whether it does or
Bring
not.
yourself in an out motion
There we go.
and come on out of the bathroom for a minute.
All right, if you have any questions, email TJG Contractor Service at yahoo.com.